Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another week of CME Pulse. This is going to be a hell of a show. We're going to get things kicked off with the CME World Champion, Jackson Montgomery himself. He is going to be going one-on-one with this man. This man blown the roof off the place already in the beginning of the show. Granat twos, but we got a hell of a show going on, period. But I would be remiss if I didn't address what happened last week between Bryce Phoenix and Jowell Hernandez. I was kind of hoping, you know, when I first made that match, I was thinking to myself, this has got to be it. Jowell's got his sights set on the World Championship. We've got Ivan versus Jackson and Autumn Blaze coming up. Jowell can just focus on being the next challenger. But you know what? I guess it's not over. I guess Bryce and Jowell still have a score to settle. As far as I understand, Jowell's not here tonight. Bryce is here, and Bryce did tell me that he wants to go out to the ring and speak his mind. So you know what? I've given him the time to do that later tonight. We will see Bryce Phoenix in the ring later tonight to finally get to the bottom of what exactly is going on between him and Jowell, or at least how he sees things, because we already know how Jowell sees things. We haven't heard from Bryce in a while. I'm looking forward to that. But I'm gonna make this match official for Autumn Blaze. It's gonna be Jowell Hernandez versus Bryce Phoenix. I really want this to get settled because this has gone too far for too long. Gonna be Bryce versus Jowell in a no-holds-barred match. Just get it out of their system, hopefully, and if anything goes, we could finally wrap this thing up, and then both men can move on and try and pursue the World Championship again if that's in the cards for them. But Jackson Montgomery is just going to be looking to survive with the World Championship past Autumn Blaze. Ivan Yakov is not somebody to sleep on, and Jackson knows that. Jackson knows exactly how good Ivan is. We will see Ivan in action later tonight, by the way, so we're going to get a good chance to see exactly who we've got involved in the World Championship match at Autumn Blaze firsthand on one show. So Jackson, I know Ivan's watching your match, and Jackson's definitely going to be watching Ivan's match later on tonight. Ivan will be taking on Montero, so pretty tough tests all around for these two men. But Jackson, he's looking confident as ever going into this one. Granat, this is a huge opportunity for him. If he can knock off the world champion, it would do wonders for his career. And Jackson's looking to make sure that does not happen. He has enough to worry about when it comes to Ivan challenging him. Let's get this one started. Let's get Pulse underway. Here we go. Bell rings. These two step up to each other. Oh, Granat not wasting any time. Jackson came right at him, did his usual thing, but Granat is not in any mood to play around right now, it seems. And you can't really blame him at all. I mean, this is one of the biggest matches of his career, title or no title. Granat getting Jackson out of the corner. He comes off the second rope, gets him in a sunset flip with a pin. You got a one count. Jackson powers out at one, but Granat looking pretty good so far to start off. Forearm shiver right there. Another one. Yet again, rocking Jackson Montgomery right now. The world champion is reeling. Granat gets him in a Northern Light suplex. Beautiful bridge pinning combination. 2 count. Almost gets a 3 on the world champion. He's getting Jackson back up. Irish whip now. Jackson off the ropes. Granat drops down. Granat goes to catch him. Jackson, very nice reaction time right there. Gets him in a fireman's carry and then clotheslines him outside of the ring. Hard landing for Granat to the outside. Oh, Jackson, springboard drop kick. My God, it looked like Jackson got a terrible landing out of that too, but he hit Granat right on the money in the side of the head. Jackson, though, to his credit, back up on the apron, not showing any ill effects from what happened there. Acai moonsault, the world champion's right back in it, just like that. That's all it takes. A couple big moves for Jackson Montgomery, and he is in command again. He's got Granat by the back of the neck. Throws him back into the ring now. Oh, hard elbow, right to the skull. Not getting up. Oh, Jackson. Let's go for a suplex. Oh my God, Jackson Montgomery suplexes Granat outside the ring. Luckily for Granat, he didn't land in the crowd. Oh, Jackson took a little bit too much time to gloat right there. Granat, luckily for him, back up quickly. Now springboard dropkick to the back of the head. Jackson might be knocked out cold. And Granat's gonna bet on it. He's hooking the leg. 1, 2, Oof. I could have very, very feasibly seen that being the end of the match right there. Granat could have seen it too, but Jackson gets that shoulder up, but he is not looking great right now. Granat springboard again with a drop kick to the head. He's going with what works, and it's working for him right now. Can this be the one that wraps it up? The second springboard drop kick gets a 2, but does not get a 3. Even though Granat's looking pretty exasperated right now, he's got to be feeling confident about this one. He's getting ever closer every time he pins Jackson Montgomery, but Jackson sweeps the leg. He's going to try and get some offense to get back into this one. Elbow right to the side of the head. Irish whip now. Granat is in the corner. Jackson throws him out of the corner. Uh-oh. CME World Champions going up to the top rope. What are we going to see here? Leg drop off the top. Granat gets just flattened. 1, 2. Not a 3 count. Granat still powers out of it, and Jackson Montgomery is starting to get a little bit frustrated right now. He's measuring his man. Now he hoists him up. Jackson is going to go for the 2-flex suplex, it looks like. Granat, though, uses his momentum against him and lands on his feet. Oh, Granat's got him up. He's going to go for the Muy Caliente, and he hits it. He's got Jackson planted on the ground. 1, 2. Oh, just 2 3/4. Granat is telling him to get up. I don't think Jackson's going to be able to get up. He used a lot of energy just kicking out of that. We were about to see a huge upset. And that's not to slight Granat. That's more of a testament to how good Jackson is. Snapmare takedown and a kick to the spine. Granat is keeping the pressure on him. He's going up top again. Jackson Montgomery up to his feet. Granat with a beautiful somersault senton off the top rope. And he's not wasting any time going right back up there. Is he waiting for him? Oh, Jackson springs up to his feet, though, and hits the ropes to shake Granat's balance and then kicks him in the head. Oh, my God, look at these jumping roundhouse kicks. Granat, he took 3 of them, and he finally falls off the top rope. That was actually fantastic strategy from Jackson. Before he attacks Granat, he hits the ropes. Granat's balance thrown off, can't go anywhere, and then he strikes. Oh, Jackson, he got a glancing blow with that somersault senton, but he still hit him. I think their heads might have collided too, which does not look like it's going to bode well for Granat in this one. Irish whip now, Jackson. Oh, going for a leaping clothesline. Granat dodges out of the way here, and he's going to go up top, but Jackson Montgomery is right there to catch him. I think Granat overestimated how out cold Jackson was. Jackson handspring into a beautiful roundhouse kick. Did you hear the impact? Granat could be knocked silly. We've got a cover. And Jackson Montgomery does not win the... I thought that was it. And you know what? Jackson thought it was it. But we are still going, ladies and gentlemen. A hell of a match to kick off CME Pulse right now. Oh, Jackson is going for something. But Granat breaks the grip. And he's going to go for the Muy Caliente again. This is going to be the second time he hits it on Jackson Montgomery. He's got another cover locked in. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, the CME World Champion has just been beaten here on Pulse by Granat. Oh, what a tangled web we weave, ladies and gentlemen. Well, like I said before the match, if Granat pulls this one off, it could be one of the biggest wins of his career, and you just saw one of the biggest wins of his career. How are we going to deal with this? Ivan Yakov is the #1 contender to the CME World title. He's got that match at Autumn Blaze locked in against Jackson Montgomery, but Granat just beat the champion. Where I come from, you beat the world champion in a non-title match. You're shooting your name right up there for the title shot. Yeah, I think I'm going to need some more time to think on this, but Granat too cements himself in the title picture immediately, and this throws a little added wrinkle into the mix when it comes to the World Championship. My goodness, Jackson Montgomery, I'm not sure what's happened. He slipped up here tonight. And Granat capitalized. Hell of a win for this guy. And if this is any indication, we got a hell of a show coming for you. What a match. What a match. And this man can celebrate. But up next, we got a match to determine the #1 contender for the Women's Championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I had a little bit to think on it during this break, and Autumn Blaze is in a couple weeks. We've got one more Pulse before then. So Ivan still has his title shot at Autumn Blaze, but next week, Jackson Montgomery is not going to get any rest. He's going to have to defend the World Championship on Pulse next week against Granat. It's the only decision I can logically think of right now. I mean, Granat wins a huge match. Why am I going to make him wait a month and a half for a title shot? He cemented himself already. We'll do it next week. So next week, Jackson Montgomery will defend that world title, and he can consider it a way to build momentum, or it could go very, very wrong for Jackson very, very shortly. We'll have to find out, but Granat's got a huge opportunity next week going in for that world championship shot. I'm just excited thinking about it. I kind of want to see that match now, but they just wrestled. Let's give him a week to think on it. Jackson, I think, might need a week to think on it, because I know he's very confident. He's one of the most confident men in wrestling, period, but that's got to be a shot to the confidence right there. I cannot see how there's any positives to be taken from what happened to Jackson Montgomery just now. But that's next week, and I can't wait for it. But what I also can't wait for is the rest of this show, including this match, because we need a #1 contender for the CME Women's Championship at Autumn Blaze. Aiko Katsuko has been running through the competition lately. So let's figure out who's going to fight her next for the women's title, Sirena or Lisa Reynolds. Very intriguing matchup possibility for both women, whoever wins this match. Sirena and Aiko. Serena's a high flyer of the highest order. I'd love to see a true blue high flyer go in there against Aiko, see how she fares against that. Also, Lisa and Aiko have a history going back to the Women's Championship tournament that we started in February or March. The first two women to fight each other in their bracket, obviously, and it got pretty ugly. Let's just say weapons were involved, and they've been involved in some encounters over the past few months. So, you know, Lisa does not want to let Aiko escape her grasp that quickly, but Sirena has come very close to tasting the Women's Championship gold. She's going to look to try and accomplish that here tonight. Lisa Reynolds comes running, and Sirena catches her right off the get-go. Nice springboard moonsault. Well, for another springboard moonsault, she hits it. Both sides of the ring. Lisa not starting the match off the way she wanted to. You don't want to get Sirena any time to hit her big flying moves. And this is a springboard drop kick, and it's looking like she's going to get all the time in the world to hit her moves. Now Lisa to get up. Lisa does get up. She obliges, whether or not she intended to or not. Sirena, nice sit-out jawbreaker. My goodness, you saw the impact, the whiplash effect that Lisa had falling down. Kick to the gut now. Oh, hard Irish whip, and Lisa can't even hang on to the rope. She gets thrown flying outside the ring, and Sirena is feeling ever confident already in the early goings here. Lisa up. Oh my God, Sirena with a springboard somersault senton. The balance and the precision it takes to do something like that, ladies and gentlemen, she makes it look easy. It's not easy. Throwing Lisa in the ring, and I don't know if Lisa Reynolds can even... Well, as soon as I say that, she does get back into it, but she's going to have to do a little bit more than that to fully get herself settled here. She threw the back of Serena's head into the mat below, and it hits her with a beautiful cartwheel elbow. We got a cover after that one. We got a 2 count. My goodness, Sirena just gets the shoulder up. Didn't look like Lisa did that much to her, but clearly the little she did had an effect. Irish whip now from Reynolds. Sirena hangs on to the ropes on the apron, but Lisa going for a suplex, gets blocked by Sirena, who reverses it into a gourd buster. Sirena now up to the top rope. Lisa's getting up, but Lisa's a little loopy, and Sirena comes at her with a Hurricane Rana off the top rope. I think we've established who the crowd wants to win this one. They're going nuts for every move Sirena pulls off. Sirena now got Lisa in the corner, and she's going to trap her there. Look at these shots to the head. 4 and 5. You can hear the crowd counting. I don't got to do it. We got 9 and 10. Oh my God, Lisa Reynolds just collapsed to the ground. Definitely don't want to get punched in the face 10 times. I think that's counterintuitive to winning wrestling matches, but Sirena is keeping it up, and there's a sit-out power bomb into a pin to... Oh, give Lisa credit for kicking out. She is hanging in there. And Sirena has been in command the entire time. She calls Lisa up to her feet only to get punched her in the face. That's just... Ooh, hangs her up. Guillotine on the top rope. It's getting ugly right now for Lisa. Oh, what do we got here? Suplex, beautiful vertical suplex. Swings the hips. Sirena gonna connect it now with a back suplex. And you can see Lisa holding the back of her head. She is favoring. Well, her entire body's got to be racked in pain, but the head especially. It's Sirena up top with the siren song. That's got to be it. Let's see that replay. Hit it with one fluid motion. I couldn't even call it in time. That's how quickly she got up there. And she gets right into a pin. And that's got to give her the win. And it does. Well, the outcome was not really in doubt. That was very commanding, if I do say so myself, from Sirena. She's going to move on now to face Aiko Katsuko for the CME Women's title at Autumn Blaze. And that's going to be a sleeper match, ladies and gentlemen. For all the matches we've got established so far for that show, we've got Myers Posey versus Masahiro for the TV title. We've got Jackson versus Ivan. Well, we'll see what happens next week for the world title. We've got Bryce versus Jowell in a no-holds-barred match. Excuse me. This women's title match right here could be a sleeper hit and steal the entire show. I'm very confident in saying that. I mean, with these two women involved, I fully expect them to go all out. It's going to be a hell of a night at Autumn Blaze. But Sirena, she's got a couple weeks now before her title shot. She can just bask in her glory here as the referee gets in her way. Whew, it's been a hell of a ride so far. We got some more action here to come. We got a couple more matches for you. We'll see the tag team champions later on tonight and their contenders. But up next, the #1 contender for the CME World title, Ivan Yakov, will be in action. He's going to take on Wilson Montero. Wilson Montero also has a lot to prove. Let's see if he can prove something here tonight. Wow, if this show in general has been any indication, this match could also surprise us. I mean, Jackson Montgomery upset by Granat in their match, the opening match here tonight. If Wilson can knock off Ivan, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe make it a multi-man match at Autumn Blaze, I'm not sure. But I can't do that to Ivan. If Wilson wins, he will absolutely get a shot in the future, but I can't. Ivan's worked so hard to get this shot. He survived a one-night tournament, mini-tournament, I should say, not a full-fledged thing. It's not the Uprising tournament we got coming up, but still, multiple matches on one night. He came out on top. He earned this title shot just from the beginning. He's earned this title shot. He's finally got a one-on-one world title match on the big stage. It's going to be a hell of a night for him, but he's going to be looking to keep his momentum going, because it's all what happened earlier with Jackson Montgomery, who could not keep his momentum going, and now Jackson's going to have to fight for the world title next week. Ivan does not want to leave anything up to chance here. He's going to want to take out Wilson as quick as possible, and you better believe this man, Wilson Montero, knows it. He knows exactly that's what's going to happen, so he's got to survive pretty much more than he has to win. He's always got a pep in his step, Wilson Montero. He's been in some unfortunate circumstances when it comes to previous regimes we've had here, and just people in general just assaulting him. Someone comes to mind when I think about that, but I'm sure Wilson doesn't want to think about that anymore. But he's looking to get settled in now and establish his career without any outside noise going on. And what better way to do that than knocking off the current #1 contender to the world title? This crowd's ready. I'm ready. I'm very curious to see how this one's going to start, because I want to see the strategies involved here. I'm not sure how I would go about starting, whether or not, if I'm in Wilson's shoes especially. Looks like Wilson's going to start things off relatively reserved here. He's not going to come running at Ivan. Oh, they meet up in the ring now. He's got Ivan in a headlock. Now elbows him in the back of the head. I think he might have angered the big Russian, because Ivan just runs him down with a shoulder tackle. Wilson a little bit reticent to keep the pressure on, and Ivan's going to make him pay for it now. He's got him up. Hits him with a beautiful fall-away slam, almost throwing him clear out of the ring. Ivan hoists Wilson up just to put him back down with a right hand. Yakov now got him. Beautiful neck breaker right there. Once again, picks him back up. He's keeping the pressure on. He's just pounding away now at the back. Clubbing blows from Ivan Yakov. Wilson's not looking good already. I can tell if Ivan gets in this kind of pace right here, it's hard to get him out of it. Look at these hard elbow strikes into the corner. Right to the side of the head. 1, 2... Ooh, Wilson kicks out, but he's got to find a way to get back in this one, and soon, because if you give Ivan the early advantage, it's very hard to see you getting back into this one, for me at least. I mean, he's that intimidating of a presence, and he's got him down now. This rear chin lock. Almost a suffocating rear chin lock. He's got his hands right around the mouth and nose, but Wilson fights out of it. My God, beautiful jawbreaker counter. That's got to get him some momentum coming back in there. Up and under. Thought he was going for a neck breaker. He is not. Instead goes for a pinning combination, and that is what happens with Ivan. It's going to take a lot to put him down. Looks like Wilson slapped him in the head before he did his run on the ropes. Nice strike combination right there from Wilson Montero. Trying to get back in this one now. He's going to go high flying. Up to the top rope. Wilson Montero, beautiful front drop kick off the top rope. Going to put Ivan down. Hooks the leg. 1. Hey, you know what? He got a 1 count catching Ivan with all those strikes. Wilson knows exactly what that means for his business. Oh, beautiful. What? I thought he was going for a fisherman buster. Instead, hits him with a swinging neck breaker. Montero is right back in this one. Oh, Ivan drops down, counters with a fireman's carry takedown, and hits him with a running STO. Ivan playing to the crowd. He's got the crowd going absolutely wild, but he cannot, I don't know if he can afford to do something like that, because Wilson Montero is proven to be very resilient right here. Oh, clotheslines him in the back of the head. Wilson did not even see it coming. Ivan now got him up. Instead of going for a suplex, just throws him down. Wilson, after a little flurry now, is in trouble again. Ivan's got him up across the back. White Russian. Drops Wilson Montero on the back of his head. Ivan's going to go for a cover. Hooks the leg. 2. That is it. Wilson, hey, you know what? Maybe you can take a silver lining here out of this whole situation. Got a 1 count on Ivan. I mean, that's pretty tough to do. But even after an impressive flurry of strikes in the middle of the match, that's all Wilson could really ask for. Ivan just controlled the beginning and the end. And when you bookend a match like that, you're probably going to win it. See some of these highlights. This is what got him a 1 count. Just picture perfect, right on target with the front drop kick. Hey, 1 count off that. If he could maybe chain a little bit more of that, we could have seen a more competitive match, but that White Russian is all it took. Dropping Wilson on the back of his head, and Ivan Yakov moves towards Autumn Blaze with much more momentum than Jackson Montgomery has right now. So Jackson has got to be even more worried going into this title match. We will get word to Jackson, but we got our main event coming up next, and Bryce Phoenix will be out later tonight, but our main event match is coming up. Wait, what's going on here? Is it Jeremiah Mason? Jeremiah Mason and Otto? Okay, Otto clearly telling Jeremiah what he thinks of him, but what the hell is going on here? Clearly Otto and Jeremiah were exchanging some sort of words backstage. I'm not sure what this is all about, but I'm going to have to get to the bottom of this. Thank you, Marilyn, for letting me see this foot. Oh, what the hell? Oh my God, Timothy Buck Jr. is attacking Otto backstage. He's got him in that crate. He's just dropping Otto right on that concrete floor on the back of his head. Look at this impact. Oh my God, folds him up like an accordion. Clearly some sort of trap was set by Jeremiah to keep Otto distracted. Now Timothy is reaping the rewards. What in the world has gotten into these guys? What the hell just happened? Oh, puts Otto through a table. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. All right, we took a little break. We got our main event coming up next. It's going to be a one-on-one match between, hold on. Otto and his team last week beat the Mason family. It was Otto, Corporal Punishment, and Avery. Good, chaotic six-man tag team match. Otto won fairly. Yeah, he won. There was no shenanigans going on. They won the match. That's the only explanation I can think of as to why that just happened. But Otto is going to be okay. We have doctors checking on right now. It's no serious injuries going on. He'll be fine, but that's a little surprising. I did not see that coming. But clearly the Mason family have something to go with Otto now. Just because he won, maybe they don't like bald people. I don't know. It can't be that. If you would have said last year, like exactly a year ago, that Otto Dietl and this Mason family would have fought each other, it would have been probably the biggest nightmare in wrestling history. I mean, just those two forces colliding. I mean, this is the stuff of biblical proportions. But I think we might be on a collision course soon. If this is going to happen to Otto, you know Otto's not going to stand for it. So I'm a little bit antsy as to what Otto's going to do to retaliate. We'll find out. Excuse me. Well, we got a main event match here tonight, and the World's Axis are the tag team champions, beating the Natural Perfection last month at Burnout. I won't say commanding fashion, because the Natural Perfection did put up a fairly decent fight, but it was really hard to bet against the World's Axis that entire time. There was really almost no instance where I could say, you know what, the Natural Perfection had a great shot here. And that's been the story for the World's Axis pretty much their entire time here. Sure, some teams have come close to knocking them off, but right now they're on top of the world and they intend on staying there. And this is going to be a test, because the rematch is set next month for the tag team titles. The Natural Perfection will get a shot again at the World's Axis, but right now we've got one-on-one action as Takeshi Kato takes on Jason Adams. And if Jason can win, you got to think, gets a little bit more confidence going in. But if they don't win, the Natural Perfection that is, and they don't get any momentum going in, I don't know what the hell is going to happen. Because they need some kind of glimmer of hope, and it's not looking like there's much glimmer of hope. We got a feeling out process here. Collar and elbow tie-up before was broken up. Now Jason Adams now has a wrist lock. Oh, gets him down to one knee. Takeshi Kato trying to fight out of it. Oh, he sweeps out of it and gets him down, hits him in an arm bar. Jason rolls through, fantastic way out of the arm bar, and we got a stare down. We got a stare down between these two. Another collar and elbow tie-up. These two going for the feeling out process early. It's hard for me to bet against Jason Adams in a technical wrestling standpoint in something like this, but Takeshi Kato would be one man who could give him a run for his money. Sweeps the leg out of that wrist lock there, and Takeshi shakes it out. Ooh, Jason getting right in his face, talking. Another tie-up. Waist lock now. Waist lock countered into a snapmare. Snapmare into a sleeper hold. Jason, to his credit, fights out of that. Does not want any circulation cut off. Gets out of it. Gets him in a side headlock. Takeshi now has got him in a headlock of his own with the legs. Jason powers out of it. Got another side headlock. Takeshi gets him up to his feet. Once again, headlock. And Jason powers out of that. Oh, and I think the feeling out process might be done. Jason Adams runs right at him into the corner. Stinger splash. Gonna go for a cover after that splash. 1, 2. Oh my goodness. I thought Jason Adams was about to have that one there. And once again, like I said, it would do wonders for their confidence going in. And I think that's what Natural Perfection need more than anything is confidence. Oh, Takeshi though runs right at him in the corner. Hard clothesline, going for a cover of his own right now. 2. Jason Adams powers out this time. We've got Rich Reed and Blitzkrieg on the outside of the ring. I'm not sure if any of those two are going to be a factor in here, if they're just there to watch and root their partners on. Jason Adams, nice Russian leg sweep. Takeshi Kato up to his feet. Jason through the ropes with a big spear takedown. He's going to go for a cover after that one. 1, 2. Takeshi gets out. Powers out of it. Takeshi Kato now gets up to his feet. Jason Adams going for a vertical suplex. Countered by Takeshi into a Northern Lights. Hell of a counter by Kato. One half of the CME World Tag Team Champions. Takeshi said he's about to break Jason. Sweeps the leg into a fantastic face buster. Holy hell. I didn't even see where that one was going. I know Jason didn't. He could be done right now. No, he gets the shoulder up just barely at 2.5. Takeshi telling the ref to count a little bit faster, and I don't know if I would argue with the man. I would probably just do what he says. That's how intimidating he is. Roll up. Got no counter roll there, but Jason powers out of it. Took the referee a little bit to get into position. Takeshi now hoists Jason Adams up into a big gut buster. And he's starting to get in control of this now. Oh, Jason counters. Nice counter from whatever Takeshi had planned. Flips the arm out. Now he's going for some Germans. We got 1 German. We got 2 Germans. We're going to see 3. We see 3 Germans, and there's a 4th on the outside. Jason Adams. Now that could very well be what he needs to get back in this one. Folded up Takeshi on 3 different occasions. But Takeshi Kato counters his right hand he had planned there. And he's going to come at him. He's going for a big package pile driver. He hits it. Spikes Jason's head into the mat. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Just after the German suplexes, I thought that was what that was the ticket Jason needed to get on the momentum train. But immediately it was stopped with that package pile driver. And I'd like you to find somebody who can withstand that impact. This is just not going to happen. I mean, drops right on his head, folded up his entire body, all his body weight on the top of his skull. That's it. It's all over. Here, you'll see it right now. Oh my God, that is just absolutely devastating. Takeshi Kato wins. And the World's Axis continues their march all over CME. And that's perfection. We'll have one more shot next week when Rich Reed takes on Blitzkrieg to get some momentum, but it's not looking great for the Natural Perfection right now. But up next, ladies and gentlemen, Bryce Phoenix will be joining us. Bryce Phoenix requested this time to clear his mind and give a message to Jowell Hernandez and the LBA, and he's going to do that right now. This man has turned his whole career around, it seems. The crowd is going nuts already for him coming out here. It's been a while since we've heard from Bryce Phoenix. I'm very much looking forward to hearing what he has to say, because I still don't understand. I know what Jowell said the other week. What the? Wait, what? Oh my God! What? Oh, am I seeing that correctly? Does that really say LBA on the back of Eric Campbell's trunks? Oh, no. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Oh, no. I'm getting goosebumps. No. This is heinous. Oh, my God. Exploder on the ramp. Honestly, I thought this was behind us. I thought this was all behind us. Eric Campbell, he could rehabilitate his career. He didn't have to do this. I hired him back with the full knowledge that this was probably not going to happen again. Tucker's gone. It's not going to happen again, right? Clearly, bad influences run deep here at CME. And Bryce Phoenix, my God. What the hell did he do to Eric Campbell to deserve this? Jowell Hernandez is on another level of heinous right now. This is just recruiting Eric Campbell to join the LBA, and their ranks are growing stronger by the day. This is insane. First, he's got Lewis on his side. How? I'll never understand. He's got Salvaje on his side. Now we add Eric Campbell to the mix. Oh my God, Bryce Phoenix just getting picked apart by Eric Campbell, who apparently is the newest member of the LBA. Glances him with that leg lariat and then again going with strikes. This is sickening. But my goosebumps have disappeared. It's just turned to anger. This is ridiculous. Even when Jowell's not here, he finds a way to ruin a good thing. He finds a way. This is, God damn it. Yeah, celebrate. There's a lot to be proud of, Eric. You're a great stand-up, classy guy. What a gentleman. What a piece of crap. Come on, just leave. Just leave. It's over. Hits him with a hammer. Again, hits him with a... I can't call this. This isn't wrestling. I hope Jowell's happy watching wherever the hell he is in some seedy underground hole that he lives in. God. Bryce Phoenix is paying for something he never even did. It's just absolutely gone too far now. Are you kidding me? Eric Campbell joins the LBA, and we're seeing the end of Bryce Phoenix as we know it. This has absolutely gone too far. Oh my God. The referee has got to get... I understand he's got a hammer in there, and the referee's got to stop this. Just end it. No, you know, Marilyn, I don't want to see a replay of this. I'm done. I'm getting to the bottom of this next week.